Good morning, students. Today we are going to do the poem The Ant and the Cricket. This poem is written by an anonymous poet. That means we do not know the name of the poet. And this poem is based on a fable. What is a fable? A fable is a story in which the characters are animals and which give us a moral. So these stories have a moral in them, and the characters that they use in them are the animals. Through these animals only they try to give us the moral of the story. Now let us see what is the theme of the poem. The poem tells us the story of a careless cricket who was busy in singing only and never thought and did anything for his future, and an ant who was very sincere towards his work and thought and did for the future. The ant lived with self respect even in harsh time, while the cricket had to beg and could not survive harsh hour of winter. So the main two characters in this poem are an ant and a cricket. Ant is the symbol of a person who is very hardworking, who is very sincere, who is futuristic, and who foresees the future, who is foresighted, who is far-sighted. That means the person, he plans for the future and he saves for the future, and he is ready to accept the problems that are going to come in future. Whereas the cricket symbolizes a person who is very careless, who is very stupid, and he lives in the present times only. That means that person is not bothered about the future at all. He does not plan for the future, he does not save for the future, and when there is trouble in the future, he is not able to go through it. He is not able to accept that trouble, and he is not able to survive because of those harsh conditions. Now let us see what the poem is. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. So there was a silly cricket, and he was young in age, and he was accustomed to sing. Accustomed to sing means he was habitual of singing. He used to sing. And when he used to sing, when the weather was warm and sunny, and the season was summer and of the spring. Gay here means happy. So the weather, when the weather was very happy because it was very warm, that time he used to sing all the time and just pass his time like that only. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. He had been singing throughout the summer and the spring, which was the time to work hard. But when the winter arrived, he was in a very problematic situation because he found that at home his cupboards were empty. There was nothing to eat at his home, and he began to complain. Not a crumb to be found. Crumb means small particles of food. So there was no crumb to be found on the snow covered ground because the whole ground was covered with snow. So there was no food to be found over there. Not a flower could be seen, not a leaf on a tree. And because it was winter, everything was covered in snow only. There was no leaf, there was no flower, nothing on the tree on which the cricket could survive. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? And now he has become very troubled. Now he is in such a situation that he begins to think that what will happen to him. सो यू मस्ट हैव अंडरस्टूड कि एक सिली क्रिकेट है, एक स्टूपिड क्रिकेट है, जिसकी हैबिट है कि जब टाइम होता है वार्म सनी मंथ्स का, जब टाइम होता है काम करने का और स्टोर करने का अपना खाना विंटर्स के लिए, उस टाइम वो गाता रहता है और अपना टाइम स्पेंड करता रहता है। लेकिन जैसे ही विंटर्स आती हैं और वो अपना कबर्ड खोल के देखता है घर में, उसी टाइम वो कंप्लेन करना शुरू कर देता है, शिकायत करना शुरू करता है, क्योंकि वो ये फाइंड आउट करता है कि उसकी सारी कबर्ड्स तो खाली हैं। और क्योंकि वो स्नो से कवर्ड है, पूरा ग्राउंड सब कुछ बर्फ से ढका हुआ है, तो उसको कुछ खाने को भी नहीं मिलता है। कोई फूड पार्टिकल छोटा सा भी उसे वहाँ पे नहीं मिलता। ना ही वहाँ पे कोई फ्लावर्स होते हैं, ना ही लीव्स होती हैं। और फिर वो चिंतित हो जाता है और वो ये प्रश्न अपने आप से ही पूछता है कि अब मेरा क्या होगा। At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Now he is starving. Starving means he is feeling very hungry. He has got nothing to eat, and because of that starvation and because of the famine, he has become bold. He has become more confident, and despite being dripping with cold, he is fully covered in water and he is trembling because of so much cold. Still, he goes off to see the miserly ant. Miserly means the one who does not want to spend anything, who does not give anything to anybody. So, despite being cold and wet, he went out to see the ant, to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain, a mouthful of grain. And what was the purpose of this cricket for going to the ants? Because he thought that maybe those ants are going to provide him shelter from rain and they are going to give him enough food to eat. Mouthful of grains means something which could satisfy his hunger. He wished only to borrow, he'd pay it tomorrow. And when he had thought of going to the ants, he thought that he is only going to borrow the things from him, the eatables from them, and he is going to return tomorrow. Tomorrow means the times when when the season would be such that he would find something to eat. At that time, he is going to return whatever he had taken from the ants. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Now he has got so much worried that if he did not get anything to eat and if he keeps on getting wet in the rain, he will die of starvation and of sorrow. Sorrow means sadness. तो अब जब उसने देखा है कि उसको कुछ भी खाने को नहीं मिल रहा है, लेकिन वो उसकी स्थिति इतनी खराब हो चुकी थी भूख के मारे कि अब उसमें इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया था कि वो इतना बोल्ड हो गया था कि वो एंट्स के पास में जाए और उनसे कुछ वो मदद लेना उनसे चाह रहा था। और उसने सोचा कि शायद वो एंट्स जो है उसको कुछ खाने को दे दें और उसको शेल्टर दे दें, उसको रेन से बचाव के लिए वहाँ पे रहने के लिए जगह दे दे। और उसने ये सोचा था कि यदि वो मुझे एंट्स कुछ खाने को देंगी तो मैं उसे सिर्फ एक उधार समझ के ही लूँगा और बाद में जब भी खाना आएगा मेरे पास में तब मैं उनको रिटर्न कर दूँगा। और यदि ऐसा नहीं हो पाता है तो मैं भूख की वजह से और इस सैडनेस की वजह से, इस दुख की वजह से मैं मर जाऊँगा। Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. Now, when he goes to the ants, they welcome him and they say that they are their friend and servant. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But they had this principle, they followed this rule that they are not going to give anything to anybody and they are not going to take anything from them. So their rule was to not borrow anything and to not lend anything to anybody. But tell me, dear sir, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. But still they are talking very nicely to the cricket and they are asking him that when the weather was warm, then at that time what did you do, sir? The cricket said, and they also asked them that did you lay nothing by, did you not store anything to have as food during the winters? Quoth means to say something. So the cricket said, not I, that I did not save anything for my winters. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. Now he's saying that his heart was very light, it was full of joy, and he was so happy that he used to sing day and night because the nature was also very happy and everything looked so nice to him and so happy to him that he used to sing during that time. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, said the ant, and dance winter away. Now the ants have got very angry and they say that, oh, that was the time for save for the future, to store for the future. At that time you were singing, so now you just go away from here and now you dance away the winter. That means you spend your time dancing during the winters. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Now, when he heard that the ants are not going to give him any help, he just went away from there. Through this, though this is a fable, the moral is good. If you live without work, you must live without food. Now he is saying, the poet is saying that though this is a fable, maybe this is a fable, a story only, but the moral that it gives is very good. And the moral is that if you live without work, if you do not do the work when the time is there, then you will have to live without food. अब जब ये क्रिकेट के एंट के पास में आया क्रिकेट, तो एंट्स उसको बोल रहे हैं कि हम आपके सर्वेंट हैं और फ्रेंड है, लेकिन हम एंट्स कभी भी किसी से उधार ना तो लेते हैं और ना ही हम उधार किसी को देते हैं। पर आप हमें एक बात बताइए सर, कि क्या आपने अपने फ्यूचर के लिए कुछ भी सेव करके नहीं रखा? जिस टाइम वेदर बहुत ही अच्छा था, वार्म था, जब आप काम कर सकते थे, अपने लिए खाना स्टोर करके रख सकते थे। तो क्रिकेट ने कहा कि नहीं, मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया है। और उस वो रीज़न भी दे रहा है कि क्यों मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया, क्योंकि मेरा हार्ट बहुत ही लाइट था। जब हमारा हार्ट कब हैवी होता है? जब हम सैड होते हैं, लेकिन वो पूरा इतना हैप्पीनेस से भरा हुआ था, क्योंकि उसको सारा नेचर भी बहुत ही खुश मिजाज लग रहा था, कि वो इतना खुश हो गया कि उसको लगा कि ये तो टाइम सारा जो है ये मेरी मेकिंग का है, यानी कि ये खुश होने का है और इन्जॉय करने का है, पार्टी करने का है। तो वो सारे टाइम गाना गाता रहा। तो ये सुनकर एंट्स को बहुत ही गुस्सा आ गया और उनको इतना आश्चर्य हुआ कि क्या बात कर रहे हो, मतलब यू वर सिंगिंग ड्यूरिंग द टाइम व्हेन इट वाज टाइम टू स्टोर फूड। तो अगर आपने उस टाइम गाना गाया है तो आप प्लीज़ यहाँ से चले जाइए और अब आप विंटर्स जो हैं अपना डांस करते करते ही स्पेंड कीजिए। और अब क्योंकि उसको ऐसा जवाब मिल चुका था, तो उसने अपना पैर धीरे से उठाया और वो वहाँ से उनके दरवाजे से चला गया। और पोएट ये कहना चाहता है कि चाहे ये स्टोरी है, एक फेबल ही है, लेकिन जो ये शिक्षा हमें दे रही है, वह शिक्षा हमारे जीवन में भी लागू होती है, कि यदि हम काम नहीं करेंगे तो हमें बिना खाने के ही रहना पड़ेगा। Let us look at these new words. Accustomed to. Accustomed means addicted to, या to be in the habit of. So the sentence, the use of this word in the sentence may be, he is accustomed to sit idle. That means वो habitual है इस चीज का कि वो खाली बैठा रहे। A crumb. Crumb is a piece. The dog grabbed a crumb of bread. तो डॉग ने क्या किया है, एक जो पीस है खाने का, क्रम जो है ब्रेड का, वो उठा लिया है। शेल्टर मीन्स होम। आर बेसिक नीड्स ऑफ फूड, क्लोथिंग एंड शेल्टर। आपने पढ़ा होगा कि जो हमारा बेसिक नीड्स होते हैं उसमें आता है फूड, क्लोथिंग एंड शेल्टर। ये तीन बेसिक नेसेसिटीज़ हमें ज़रूर चाहिए होती हैं लाइफ को स्पेंड करने के लिए। स्टावेशन मीन्स हंगर। स्टावेशन मेड हिम वेरी वीक। जब कोई भूखा होता है, बहुत दिनों तक उन्हें खाने को कुछ नहीं मिलता है, तो उसकी वजह से वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा वीक हो जाते हैं। कोथ का मतलब होता है कोट करना। कोट करना यानी कि सेना, कुछ किसी को कुछ कहना। ही कोथ ऑल दैट ग्लिटर्स इज नॉट गोल्ड। तो इस तरह से हम ले सकते हैं कि जिस तरह से कोटेशन होता है वही कोट होता है। गे, गे मीन्स हैप्पी। चिल्ड्रन आर गे ऑन संडेज। जो बच्चे होते हैं वो संडेज को बहुत ही खुश होते हैं, क्योंकि उन्हें बहुत टाइम मिलता है इंजॉय करने का। Summary of the Ant and the Cricket. The poem The Ant and the Cricket is a fable. A fable is a traditional story that teaches us a moral lesson. Usually, the characters in fables are animals. This poem also teaches us a very important moral lessons of being industrious like an ant. It also teaches us we should not be like the cricket. The poem is about a cricket, that means an insect, who found himself in trouble as the winter season arrived. He found he had nothing to eat, nor had he cared to make a shelter for himself. He decided to go to an ant for help. He wished to borrow some grain from her and to spend a day or two in her hole during the rainy days. His intention was to pay her back later on. However, the ant did not help the cricket. She told him without mincing words that it was rule of the ants that they neither borrowed nor lent. She asked the cricket in astonishment if he had not saved anything for the winter, to which the cricket replied in negative. She asked him the reason. He replied he was so busy enjoying his life he did not bother to save or put by anything. The ant taunted him to go and dance away during the winter also. In conclusion, it can be said that we must be responsible for our future. We must not just spend our good times idly, we must also secure our future. Let's just discuss the question answers. First question is, the cricket says, "Oh, what will become of me?" When does he say it and why? तो ये कब कहा है उसने? What will become of he? When does he first get troubled? The cricket speaks these words when in his home he finds no food to eat in winter. जब उसे ये पता लगता है कि उसके घर में खाने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है जब और विंटर आ गया है, that time he gets very worried and he thinks now what will happen to me. Second question is, find in the poem the lines that mean the same as neither a borrower nor a lender be. ये वर्ड्स जो हैं, ये कोटेशन जो है, ये शेक्सपियर का है और आपको इसको फाइंड आउट करना है कि पोएम की कौन सी लाइन है जो इससे मैच करती है. एंड द आंसर इज, द लाइन इज, बट वी ants never borrow, we ants never lend. वॉट इज़ योर ओपिनियन ऑफ द एंड्स प्रिंसिपल? जो एंड्स का यही प्रिंसिपल था जो पहले आंसर में आया है कि ना तो हम बोरो करते हैं ना ही हम किसी को लेंड करते हैं. बोरो करना मीन्स उधार लेना और लेंड करना मतलब किसी को उधार देना. सो द प्रिंसिपल, the ants principle is not bad. It teaches us a lesson to everybody to plan for the rainy day. अब इसमें डिफरेंट व्यूज़ हो सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के. हो सकता है कुछ स्टूडेंट्स इसके साथ में अग्री ना करें कि वो जो एंड्स का प्रिंसिपल था वो बिल्कुल सही था, और कुछ हो सकता है कि अग्री करें कि हाँ, ये जो एंड्स का प्रिंसिपल था ये बिल्कुल सही था. ये उसका जो रूल था कि ना ही वो किसी को कुछ देंगे और ना ही किसी से कुछ लेंगे. तो इसमें आप डिफरेंट आंसर्स लिख सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू योर ओन चॉइस. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, द ant tells the cricket to dance the winter away. Do you think the word dance is appropriate here? If so, why? The word dance here means merry making and wasting time. So dance is also a symbol of merry making and wasting time. So here we can say when he had just sang during the spring season and the summer season, now the ants are telling him to dance away the winter. That means they are telling him to just waste the time in the same way as he had wasted his summers and spring, which was the time to work. So the word dance here means merry making and wasting time. It is appropriate here. The irresponsible cricket does not deserve any sympathy. Next question is, which lines in the poem express the poet's comment? Read them aloud. The poet's comment is expressed in the last two lines. Folks call it a fable. I warrant it true. Write the comment in your own words. Now we can say that people say that this story of the cricket and the ant is imaginary or a fable with a moral. But I think that the story is true and educative. Some people live only in the present, they spend what they earn and make merry, but they regret this habit later on. तो ये जो एंट और क्रिकेट का हमने जो पोएम पढ़ा है उसमें एंट और क्रिकेट दोनों ही पर्सन्स को, ह्यूमन बींग्स को भी सिंबलाइज कर रहे हैं. मीन्स दो तरह के पर्सन होते हैं. जो एंट होता है वो हार्ड वर्किंग सिंसियर होता है, तो इसी तरह के लोग भी होते हैं, पर्सन्स होते हैं, ह्यूमन बींग्स होते हैं जो आगे के लिए सोचते हैं, फ्यूचर के लिए सेव करके रखते हैं और फार साइटेड होते हैं, दूर तक देखते हैं, दूरदृष्टि उनकी होती है और वो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग अपना काम करते हैं. लेकिन कुछ ह्यूमन बींग्स ऐसे भी होते हैं जो अपना टाइम जो है सिर्फ वेस्ट करते हैं और इंजॉय करते रहते हैं और ये कभी भी फ्यूचर के बारे में सोचते नहीं हैं. I think you all must have understood the poem well. If you have any questions, you can ask me.